and welcome and welcome to the podcast. I am your host, Morningstar Archangel Morningstar, AMS, Archangel Morningstar. Switch those into Sam, but I am Michael. Welcome to the podcast. And I gotta tell you, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I've got my 420, and we're gonna get into numerology, biblical codes, and astrology. First, I need some 420. God is definitely real. Just want to throw that out there before we move forward in this podcast that people may get confused at times in messages. But what they should really know is that I believe in God. I love reality. And they're like, well, if you believe in God, then and here's how people push their own look onto life onto you because they think you think the way they do and you don't, if that makes any sense. Okay, and I'm sure you do. Check this out. So I believe in God. There's other people who say, well, if you believe in God, then there's other things you can't believe in. It's like, well, and then I'm thinking to myself, like, why would that be? Because you think so? Well, I don't. In fact, there can be a lot more to the universe than the human mind can even wrap its little brain around. You know, God, intelligence, how it manifests itself, aliens, human society, science, the history of it all. The history of it all, baby. Oh my God, I love life, guys and ladies. You have to love life. That's how I feel right now. Because, you have a choice. I have a choice. I love life. All of the harshness that's ever come with it are valuable lessons. Valuable lessons. That's what they are. Gold in disguise. Whoever came up, this is all, these are all pictures and everything that you see, that's all from NASA. That's NASA, I love NASA. I love space. Stay 6 feet away. Sorry, COVID. Stay 6 feet away. We need some space. You need some space. In an outer space, a lot of suns out there, huh? A lot of suns, stars. Some of the stars have a twin, or they have binary systems. But the problem with that they notice is that when you have a binary system, is that one, if it's bigger than the other, it cannibalizes the second star. Its twin, it eats it to death. So, outer space, and then like, what about all the different planets out there that they found? One that's pretty cool, I think, is that they found a planet that's like a diamond. It's not a pure diamond, but actually, I guess it is. Like they say, it's a big fucking diamond. And then you got the clouds that are all formed by the gravitational impact and being in space. And then from there, they have to be, organized by the star to move. And then when they move, everything else has to move. The moons, right? Everything's in motion. And if there's no God, right? And I love God, and I know God's real. Some people are like, oh yeah, what do you think about God, Mike, when you do this all the time? I'm really, listen, I love God. Don't ever question it, and don't get it confused, and don't tell a different story than what I just told you. And if you do, you just don't like me, and that's your problem. But the thing is, God is real, and he's the protector. You know, he loves his children, but also he organized the universe in such a way to where everyone has free will, with karma that follows and catches up with you. And then if there's a God, then there has to be a Satan. And if there's a Satan, and if Satan is God's son, and he organized his own son into a fact where he's like, listen, since we argued in heaven about the earthlings, the animals on that ball in space, the family business came down to a situation probably universally in heaven, if that's exactly what happened, and said, listen, son, I'm saying, like, let them do their free will. And when they're good, they come to me. And when they're super fucking evil and I couldn't help them no matter what I did, you can have them. And they get and then Satan gets to have their souls and their minds and everything. And Mother Nature's in between all of that, which she's a living thing too, right? Earth, if you take the letters from Earth and rearrange the same letters that you spell the word name Earth with, you have the word heart, right? And Jesus, you know, see when he puts that heart, when you see that heart with Jesus, that thing fucking thumps like a drum. And the drum keeps pumping, and it makes energy to live, and so that angels and demons can know what kind of heart that really is, and then they'll either follow it or deny it. If that makes any sense. And so, organization, organize, organs and eyes, information, information, right? Let me spell it out to you like a magic spell. MS, magic spell, Michael Sylvia Morningstar, just trying to show you what I see in reality in a nice perspective, because it's love that God gives us. And Satan, listen, why wouldn't he love people too? He just doesn't like bad behavior, and probably doesn't like himself because he had to see what God sees, which was more than he could fucking bear, and took a title, and what the hell, and has to manage it. And humans just fucking suck sometimes. But that's why on Earth we have the same system with human beings believing in God, right? Pledge of allegiance to the flag, all the good stuff. Obeying the laws, knowing the difference between right and wrong, and people helping each other and love. That's good for society. And the thing about society is that, like, we had to come out of the trees. We had to come out of the forest. Right? And from the forest we had to build. I think that, why not? It's better than just hanging out on a fucking tree. Or sleeping on the ground. So once upon a time on this planet, on the other side where we are now, where I am here in New England anyways, is on the top part of Africa, near the Middle East even. Just a good part where it could be good. It's just trading the Nile, Egypt. Right? Isn't that funny how like the pyramids and it might be linked, in my opinion, to fallen angels. And the fallen angels were 1/3 of God's army. My arm, 1/3, the number 13. Right? Makes it holy in its own right. And it also brings down and into perspective why 13 is looked at, lucky or unlucky. I also look at the number 13 as 2 letters in reverse if you just take one and drop it. The 1 and the 3 becomes the 3 and the 1, like on Halloween. And the 3 can be arrested like the letter M. And the 1 becomes an I. Okay? Oh, by the way, part of the entertainment here, I have a cosmic apple. I bought this. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this because if I'm allowed to say things on YouTube or not because I'm not a lawyer and all that, but for $1.97 a pound, you can get a cosmic apple in Walmart. And they're fucking good because a friend of mine take it back. He's my brother. You know who he is. He's a brother, Archangel Mark Johnson. He went on the internet, which I love, and he figured out that the cosmic apple is not only the apple birth from nature to begin with. That's how we got to it. It got to the scientist's hands, but then the scientists, they enhanced the apple, and that's why it's so juicy and tasty and crispy. The cosmic apple. It's delicious, and it's good for you. And we're getting into biblical numbers and the universe and things like that. And I'm just having a good time. And I hope you are too. And if you are, you can like, you can share, and you can subscribe. And this is a channel for people to have fun and know that God loves them. That's all. There's nothing even like political to do either, because in fact, just to touch on that real quick, let me just tell you this. In the United States of America, from Jimmy Carter to the one we have today, is good you can say about every president we ever fucking had. I love Jimmy Carter, I love the Bushes, I love Reagan, I love everybody. Fuck it. This is what we have. And, everyone just has to do what's right, not what's wrong. And everything will fix itself. I love that advice someone gave to me one time, real smart too. It's important. It's like, don't worry about the other guy. He'll fuck up all by himself. Just make sure your shit's right, and it'll all come into play. And then it'll be like the bees in the cemetery of truth. Can't run away from it. Another name for truth is verity. Look it up. English is a magical language. All languages are, but this one's extra fucking special. Oh yeah. The thing about opening up the third eye with me is that the ADD and ADHD kicks in, so I'll go off topic. But Salem witches How were women? Here's some things that I would like to touch on that people don't really think about. Is that what were women being treated like at that time? We can even go into Lizzie Borden if you want to. If you want to talk about women's rights, you don't need to be a fucking feminist. I hate that word, and it's a fucking stupid, weak. Like, I don't get it. How about just being a man and a fucking gentleman? And we'll call it what it is. Now, if you're a feminist, okay, so maybe you're hiding something. That's what it looks like to me. Gentlemen don't need to hide. They protect. And we win our fights. So, treat women good, or the devil will get in their ear and they'll become witches. God sent his son. Now, Jesus is good too. I love Jesus. Don't get me wrong. In fact, Jesus was ahead of his fucking time. Right? I mean, think about it. He was super educated through God, social skills, life, traveling, and seeing it all for what it really is, not what people tell him. But then he listens to that too because it all correlates. Like it's like what they say. Information is such a good commodity. Probably the most important. Info. So. Archangel Michael Sylvia AMS. You could get the name Sand out of AMS or MAS, right? Switch letters around. Why is it that in Christmas you have Christ and then Sam backwards? Is it because Satan puts his name backwards? Why is ism ISM, right? And the other, like Luciferianism, Satanism. What's the MSI backwards really mean? At the end of the day. And then we have a definition for it, but let's get biblical here. Beyond being smart in books and, you know what I'm saying? Like, beyond the, beyond the man that is, domesticated. It's hard to say. With two eyes. Salem Mass, witches are accused of worshiping the devil. Right? So men with a Bible. Now in the word Bible, I'll break that down in the letter B. Right? If you take the B and you separate it from the I, you get 1-3. From B, 1/3. B 1-3. The number 13. 1-3. B 13. Anyways, Morning Star and subliminal messaging. It's all fun stuff in reality. How do you want to take it? It's all on your own soul. I love people. Good people. And bad people, well, Sucks to be that, right? Oh yeah. So let's get biblical. Okay, so we got Jesus, right? And Christ and Samuel for the devil. Michael and Samuel, MS. We're just never gonna forget that MS though. MS is important. Morning star. Because in the Bible, you gotta remember that it was interpreted, but they were pretty close to the truth. All about what's right and wrong and treating people good. And I love how when we have religions where there's the afterlife, what happens in this life, because it's what's happening in this life. And you have past lives from your past, so it's all past lives, this life, future lives. It's who you were in your 20s, you're not going to be in your 30s, 40s, 50s. Everything changes. Reality even changes. Everything, evolution changes. Everything changes. There's so much change, it's not even funny. I mean, it's just everywhere. So, it happens fast, so. God's keeping score. That's for facts. Another fun thing about the number 13, we're going to go back to Salem witch trials, see a lot of numbers to go on with that, but before okay, fine. So the guys, so the judges, right, the judges swore in the Bible, they lied, sent them all to be crushed, or the guy was crushed to death, and girls were drowned, hanged, and at the same time, it was why did God allow it? The devil's even asking the same question, and at the same point, it's these fucking animals, right? Are what they are. And at the end of the day, they get to see what it really is. Those who know, those who don't know. Alright. So 150 were accused in 1692. So in 1692, if you take the year 1692, 1 plus 6 plus 9 plus 2 equals 18. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9s are 6s. And since we're getting deep in numerology with this one, I see 3 6s. Okay? He's the beast. And he was not happy about that. But they went to the afterlife. And things went on. As they do. 150 were accused, 18 put to death. 150 accused, 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. Right? And I see 3 6s. And also, I see 3 6s. And also, 18 were put to death, like I said. So 8 plus 1 is 9, and 9 is 6s. And all those numbers are breaking down to you. And also, you got to remember that King James Bible is written in 1611. 6 plus 1 plus 1 plus. So 1611, 1, 6, 1, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9s are 6s. So when they start doing things like that, they get real satanic. You know what I mean? It gets real satanic real quick. And satanic, in my opinion, is for a sick ant. Rats and ants. R-A for raw. Rats and ants. Ra, the god, watching over the species that either behaves accordingly or doesn't. And the ones that don't get punished and the ones that do, they get the best lives that they can get. Because that's what love is about. And if you don't love, you take the word love and reverse it, and you get the word evil. Evil. And it gets real deep in self. Nobody wants to feel that, especially when it comes to death. Yeah. So, anyways, I just say that God bless the those witches who really didn't do anything wrong. I had this incense that I love. My good friend, Tracy bought this for me, my sunshine, my friend. And I gotta say that my moon, Kristen, she bought me this. So thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Tracy, moon, and star. I love a lot of people in my life. Of course, I'll always have appreciation to my ex-wife, Verity, who's a Venus, who's my Venus. My mother, Valerie, who's also Venus. My father, Michael, like Mars. Michael, John, Sylvia, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. You know what's funny too is that I love the fact that the human bodies are all made up with the same chemistry that the universe is made up of. Everything. Different proportions, but the same stuff. And it's not even an exaggeration. It comes from scientists that I like to call Satanists. And that don't make them bad people, that makes them very intelligent, and that makes them good people. Doctors gotta be the devils and save people. And I love angels, because that's what all of those people are. Angels come in physical form, and human beings too, I believe. It can be misunderstood as something bad. It can be it's really something good that's overlooking you. Testing, because isn't it crazy? I'm gonna throw this out there to some people. Wow, this is another crazy conspiracy theory that came to my mind. I can't believe this actually happens, where a while ago, maybe like 6 years ago in Cuba, they had like US intelligence agencies down there, right? And they were all like doing their work down there, and all of a sudden like there was like some kind of like messaging shit being sent to their brains, and they all got sick and started throwing up, and they had to leave Cuba. Nobody knows what that was all about. It's still a mystery today. Don't know why. Who knows else what other kind of dumb shit like that happens to innocent people. And then a bunch of fucking stir dumb shit happens. And people believe it because they don't fucking know all the fucking stuff that's really happening. Right? That can happen. You don't have to believe it if it's too much for you. I love America. I love my family. I love my friends. I love this country. Right? America. America. Me, Eric. And Americu. So there's two ways of looking at that name, which makes it magical and just, how do you explain it? Like, how do you explain it? Americu, land of the plum serpent, but you also got Eric the Red's name in there. Boom. We have liftoff. Yes. Arts. Who loves art? I love art. So another place to find the number 13 in numerology is in the clock. All right. In the clock. If you go diagonal, right? From 12 to 1. 11 to 2, from 10 to 3, so 9 to 4, 8 to 5, 7 to 6. All those numbers, when calculated together, come to the number 13. Diagonal. Die. Angel. Because when the 1/3 came down, right, and become one with a planet that they're not from, and become entangled in it, and everything else becomes one, and nothing can escape from the planet. And even if it does, and goes somewhere else to live, it brings the planet with it, like a little seed. And then more entanglement and intelligence gathering and everything all just comes bounding in together, like through chemistry. The astronaut.
Find the hotel.
The astronaut and the planet.
You want on kayak. Search now.
I love commercials too. That's better than old school commercials. I don't know if you're around for like big giant fucking TVs and long ass commercials. Ugh. So 13. And also, if you go straight across, number 12 is 12. 11. Yeah. 3s. It's a lot going on, you know? A lot of symmetry out there that no one pays attention to. But at the end of the day, do you really need to know everything about numerology and astrology and everything deep just to know the difference between right and wrong? Or maybe, see, right people know that they yeah, you don't need to know all that, but you know, it's fun to know. And then like for bad people, they just want to know more so they can make more confusing words and try and be deceitful. Evil, which there are many levels of. Mars. I love that planet. Ram, huh? You know what's cool about comics? Comic books. I love comic books. I used to read them when I was a kid. Oh my god. Comics in the cosmos come together. You got DC, letters to numbers, 60, DC, Death Cult, CD backwards, Conjuring Demons. How about Marvel? Marvel. Evil Ram from Marvel. If you look at it, you don't have to spell it correctly. That's exactly what it is. And then I hope you're having fun. God bless you. Please like, share, subscribe if you love the podcast. And if you don't, that's okay. I understand. You know, sometimes I don't like me either. Everybody's different, and that's a good thing. I love that. You know what I love about the name Mary? Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary. My ram, Mary. Loved by God. It's dripping wax. Wow, I love that. To me, that's like art. Dripping wax. Let me get another book. Just chapter right there. The dripping wax comes from the mural of my Maisie that I love. She was my most favorite. I love that cat. It's not, cats are attaching, you know what I mean? Like, it's their soul, their love. I mean, Jesus, we've been with cats since Egypt. That's when they first got domesticated that we know of. And then they have, they've found plenty of Egyptian cat mummies because the owners, the people, just like any other person, love their cats so much that they want to make sure that the cat got into the next life properly. Just in case sometimes, but in other cases we just fucking know. But that's a badass thing to think about, huh? Mummy cats. And I love Maisie. Her ashes are right there. There's a picture of her, another picture of her, and that stone lion. Can't really see that well, I guess, but that stone lion up there. She used to stand next to it all the time. It looks just fucking like it. Perfect little killing machine when it came to mice and birds and rabbits. That's what she's designed to do. But she was house trained. She loved being outside. I rescued her from out of a tree a couple of times. 2 different types of trees, 2 different lands. One was in New England. May have did it. I might have done it for her one time in England, because that's where she's originally from, is Great Britain. And then she passed away with us in Colorado. But her spirit is with me. And she loves me, and I love her back. And of course, we want Verity to be well too, my ex-wife. Wish we were able to get back together, but at the same time, I just want her to be good in life. So, you know what? A good thing to do right now, since I'm in a good mood right now. I love being in a good mood. I have here white sage. The sage I demonstrate for the spirit world. MS Michael Sylvia for the SW spirit world. As we unite as one, as souls are still connected through love, which is an energy source that you can't mess with. And if you do, well, God help you. Because remember the underworld where you got Anubis the dog, or the dog-like creature, which is related to the dog in North America, so you know what I'm talking about. Mike speaking into the mic on my phone. White sage. Oh, for you, Maisie, and all the family members. spirits that follow. And for all energy that's around us, good vibes, baby, like from God. Because hell is reserved for special people that do stupid shit. So, codes. Remember I was telling you about numbers and codes and biblical codes, I'm sorry, but we're talking codes too. Astrology and reading. These codes are in astrology, and numbers, it's in the Bible. So, have you ever looked at the word codes? I have a lot. CODES. O-U-C, devil. And what I mean by that is that you can say codes, the word, right? If you write it, you decide to write this down. Codes, CODES. So you got the O, like O. You got the C, they can go UC. Then the S, E in the back for codes for C. And then you've got the D with an E that spells out VIL, live and evil. But with a heart, love and compassion. The spirit world's real. Science is real. It all stems together. How is it, right, that the Big Bang Theory, okay, you know about the Big Bang Theory? Did you know that it came from a scientist slash Catholic priest? Did you know that? Now you know. And they're combined just like that. Abracadabra. Big Bang. Imagine this. He was born and conceived from sperm and egg. Right? You know how small that is? And how big the body became after the fact? Imagine a universe doing the same thing, but it's a whole nother perspective. It's a whole nother entity, but because you're within that, we're all within that. But the universe had to start off as a seed and then blew up. It was hot and bothered and had to cool the fuck down over time and expanded. And then from that came the galaxies. And within the galaxies, you've got the solar systems. And within the solar systems, you have life. And all that life, on good terms, gets to live. And anything that's evil catches up to them, and eventually they die. And everybody dies, but in heaven, and the way God likes to work it is that, like, the good lot, you want good around as long as possible. You just need that. You need love. Love is important, and people get too hyped up on things and forget that. It will make you hurt. It'll make you cry. Love does a lot of things because it's that powerful. Because it shows you honesty. And with the honesty comes compassion and understanding and intelligence and forgiveness. Spirit world is good. Now I have here black sage. This is black sage. Black sage is for evil spirits, where if evil spirits were real, let's just go there. They're hungry. They're like eagles and hawks and giant boars. Big hearts, but they're fucking hungry. And they like to eat evil. It feels good and it's nutritious. So what kind of evil can we cast a spell on so that they can eat? Let me light the fire for them. Fire. Did you know Lucifer has the name fire within his name? The morning star. Michael, I now have to cast an evil spell onto evil. And it goes like this. Because right now, you gotta face facts and understand the fact that there are 7.9 billion people and the good gotta stay and the bad gotta go. And that's how the universe corrects itself. Especially when there's too much of something. So, evil spirits, hungry, ravaged like dogs. I hate senseless murderers, sex offenders, rapists, pedophiles. Those need to die. Just go. They will be figured out. And then why are there drugs? Okay, we can talk about that. The evil spirits want to know, and then they already don't know the answer. And people are like, listen, here's what it is. Or vice versa. Evil spirits are telling the people, and it's like this. Same as if it's kind of reverse, if that makes any sense to you. Evil is real. Practiced by good. That's a real thing. Not everybody can wrap their heads around it, and that's okay. They don't have to, because they're that good. And they just get left alone. But the evil, darkness comes for them. Abracadabra. They know what they are. And the angels are coming. They always come. In fact, that's as specific as I'm going to get. Yeah. Huh? Nature relaxation. Thank you very much. I love nature relaxation. So, let me turn off the black magic. But you gotta understand that I hate murderers and sex offenders and child molesters. I hate those people. Satan hates those people and tortures them and kills them. Rats and ants. Does that make any sense? That's my message as Michael. we go? Where can we go from here? Oh, that's right. I was going to dissect some words for you. But first, white magic. Good magic. God bless the living that are doing good, and God bless them and let them have a good thing going on. And that's what I need for them. God bless the babies being born. May they have a beautiful future, an education that makes them grow as what they are positively as individuals, not to be brought down by anything negative, and that's what I want. God bless them. And the families are strong, mothers and fathers, God bless them all. God bless the families. And I just gotta thank God for this clarity right now, because He is real. Oh, God is so fucking real, it ain't even funny. And He'll connect with you no matter what, even if you don't like Him. Because it doesn't matter if you believe or not. Remember the word believe. Eve. Lilith and Eve. Eve and Lilith. The E and the L. You get L, which is Hebrew for God. White magic, baby. God bless my family, my friends. And thank you to all the angels. Ooh. So what if a long time ago an actual alien came down to this planet, owned it, and with him came spirituality and God and all that too? We're talking BC, right? Pyramids, reptilian gods. What if? I love conspiracy theories and religion because it's all in it. It's universal, baby. This white magic is done because nature moves forward as she does. I love Mother Nature. She made us. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's see. I definitely need to get some food later, that's for sure. I'm hungry. But I definitely am happy that we just went down this spiritual journey, which is what I feel like I just went through right now with you. So what do angels like? I tell you what angels love. Music, songs and rhymes. MSR, music, songs and rhymes. Music, Michael, songs, Sylvia, rhymes. It all rhymes. Michael, Sylvia, Rhode Island, that's where I was born. I love Rhode Island, R-I-N-R-I. So tarot cards are real. They definitely work. All right, so check this out. Here's a few things I'm going to break down to you, and I'm going to tell you that I bought this at Michaels for 13 and change, and it's a really nice tablet, and I do recommend them, people. Pretty badass. Here we go. Born. I'm always doing this. You're gonna look at this backwards and be like, oh, he's doing it backwards. I'm gonna say, I know. That's the point. Born. R. The B is the number 13. And the O-N for on. R13 is on. Get it? Programming and codes. How about this? I got a good one for you. What does that say, Smarty Pants? I know what it says when it talks to me. Hey, remember me? I love how I say the mic is speaking into the mic. Then, I love being reincarnated and being born on Halloween. That's a lot of fun. Halloween. You know, it's a lot of fun. Halloween, like Michael Myers. I feel pretty good. Woke up this morning, made my bed, got my thoughts together. Knew I was going to do this today on Friday the 13th. Went to the gym, got a good workout in. Went into the sauna, had a great conversation. I love people. And then came here, made my tea, doing my thing. Plus, I had some protein shakes. I definitely need to eat later. That's my thing. I've been doing these protein shakes. Excuse me. Jesus Christ. So we got born and we got dies. D-I-E-S. And backwards it's, I'll show you. Okay, so then you get this. The word dies. Okay? And then there's an ism in there, if you really want to interpret there. With a D. With the Roman numerals there of VIL. Probably interpret evil. Angels coming to Earth and understand all of Mother Nature, creation, science. They want to make everything better. We want to make everything better, but you gotta understand everything. Yeah, there's more to it, but I don't want to freak you out or anything. Samuel. Sam. Uncle Sam. I love all that stuff. angels, aliens, and humans. That's what I like to think about too. That's fun. Angels, right? Because you got the after, because you got still spirits coming afterwards, and they're, you know what I mean, they're in another dimension. They're living in that dimension, but they come into this dimension and be like, hey, listen, you know the afterlife is real, and let them know we're okay, and things like that. Then they're like, how come that doesn't happen all the time naturally? It's because God's like, we got everybody's supposed to, because you have to, because there's a natural order, and in that order, everyone's supposed to live their lives the best they can, the most positive and efficient way, and not do anything evil. And everything is an evolutionary process, and within that there's nature, and then there's science, and then there's creation, and then there is evolution, and then there is afterlife, and it's all been there. You know, where do all these souls and all this energy come from? Think about it. You know, it's like, it doesn't come from nothing. It all comes from something. All the loved ones do go somewhere, and you can believe or not believe. And that's the freedom of, what do you call that? Free will. Free will. Thank you for being on this spiritual journey. And, like you know, we're people here. You know, I'm like you, where I get up in the morning, I go to work, I give my best effort in, maintain myself in the process, right? When you're at work, wherever you work, you gotta take your breaks, you gotta have your lunch. Because if you don't have any of those things, you go back to work, you don't work, it's not the same. I've done it before where I've worked jobs where skip lunch and breaks and go all the way through. Some people can do it. I don't know. You know, some people seem to do it, but like me, I can't. Like, it just doesn't work biologically with me, and it just breaks me the fuck down, mentally and everything. So it's good that we have those laws in place so that people be treating their own bodies appropriately. It's all good nature. But we need to work hard. That's for sure. The truth. Like, no bullshit. You know what I mean? Working hard is important. Oh, God, I'm so happy to have a job. And then, like, same thing, that I'm happy with all that, and I turn that energy into something, and I want more, and say, okay, what do I do? I want to do more for myself, so I go into the gym, you know what I mean? I work out, and feed off vibes, you know, just do my thing. Because no matter what happens at the end of the day, I'm still growing, and I feel great. Doing my thing. Positive energy, baby. I love that. And then, like, you always gotta be aware of people too. Like, I love people, there's good people, but you also gotta keep your guard up. That's important. That's real important. And that's deep. So, you know, everybody has their drug of choice. I love marijuana. A little more here. Oh, Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th, baby. Got my hot tea over there. Well, it's cold now, but it still tastes good. I don't need to heat it back up. It tastes great. Milk and honey, baby. Right? I mean, we are in the Milky Way galaxy with milk and honey provided. Suddenly it's to you, gives you life in this life from another life form, all capable of love. Some denied, but love always conquers. like everyone else too at the same point where it's like, I fucked up in life at times and learn lessons. Learn lessons, baby. That's all it is. Just don't. God, the name God. Go and do. Do go. Go. Do. God. God lives through you. So there are people that are reincarnated and know that, and there's people that aren't lie about it, right? Or are, and just there's a lot of different. It's weird how reality is. Then all the people that never believed, they thought it was all childhood. It's like, no, there's more to reality. All that wax keeps coming down. Symbology to me for tears of joy. I love my amazing. When she passed away, 3 days later in the house I was living in, I'm at the stove. I'm looking down to the right corner of my eye, my right eye, to my right. I saw her just standing there looking at me. And then when I went to look, she just turned around and went downstairs. And I went to the basement to follow her, and I couldn't find the spirit or anything, but it was just nice to notice. She went all the way downstairs, and downstairs is where we were living together. And you know something? She used to do that to me all the time. You know what? She loved it. She loved to make me chase her around. So did she like to play it? Because we love each other. I cried over her death for a year. And I've seen other people that have pets and they get upset over it, and I understand. Because they're your children too. She came to me through marriage and from England through Verity Rothschild. Maisie. The miracle of seeing her having a good life was really nice to see. And her death was, I hope as comforting as it could be, because Verity and I were both there for her when they put the needle in her. I did not want to leave the room. I couldn't, because I wanted to always protect her and make sure she gets on to where she's supposed to go. But I know she's here with me. And I just don't know how to act sometimes about it because then like, how do you tell other people how you feel about that? You can't, because everyone else has got their own problem. But at the end of the day, somewhere along the line, you understand. And it all comes out at the end of the day. Truth always does. But just saying that. My gosh, what a beautiful person of an animal she is, or was. Always will be. You know, one time, talking about her in Colorado, let me step off of Colorado for a minute. One time when I was in the house with Maisie, I let her go outside a lot, but I'd watch her. She was normally outside before I met her. Long story short, I was high outside and I woke up and like she wasn't there. I freaked out. So I went outside, looked everywhere. I went in the basement and went upstairs and I went every fucking room, everything, every crevice of the house. I couldn't find her. And a long time went by and I was really upset and it made me fucking nervous and I got upset. And then I looked around and then I was outside. I couldn't find her and I started crying a little bit. And I don't cry about anything, but I love her. That's different. So I cried a little bit and then I looked on my left and she was there. She was there. She just came around the corner. It's like she was fine. But that's what love does. You know, speaking of Colorado, where she passed away, and she's with me now anyway, so I have her ashes with me. But the point is that in Colorado, that Amy Smart case, right, which I fucking hate. From what I understand, they said the family there. I watched the case on that, and her body was found in the basement. And it was like a couple of days after the parents had, right, after the parents had, said that she was missing. So I'm thinking to myself, like, for everything I did for my child, how do you not look around everywhere before you called? And 2 days later, she's already dead and everything else, and you went down there. And everybody else covered it up like an O.J. Simpson case. So, rats and ants sometimes, Michael. And everybody else. But the world is good. The universe does correct itself. Birth and death. They're both painful and you cry in both of them. Definitely cry in the born when he died. We go back into this vortex. So here we all are now. Building or losing karma along the way. But all recorded. Yeah. I'm with God in the afterlife, in heaven and hell, and Jesus, God, mistakes, and forgiveness. I think these are all good things to think about. My own opinions. And yeah, God forgive me when or if I ever make good people think, bad of me or anything, or I hate that shit, or feel we get misunderstood or whatever. I think people think like that. Like you walk down and you feel like people are judging you wrong. It's like, whoa, part of life. But good people know you better. God knows everything. And that's all that really matters. Good always prevails. Thank you for letting me share Tears of Maisie. Tears of Maisie. Maisie Sylvia, my little She was my little lioness, my little sphinx. She would sit like the sphinx at times. Man. Well, what else can we talk about? The universe? I love the universe. It's all circling everywhere. Isn't that cool? Everything's circling everywhere around the sun. Once upon a time, it was in history where people were saying, hey, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. They were trying to give another history. They were trying to give off another narrative to the public before, in old history, like they were trying to say the world was flat, and they were saying the earth was in the center, and blah, blah, blah. All wrong. Galileo Galilei. I love that guy. Got punished for testing the theories of gravity by the Catholic Church. Just saying. And also, science is awesome. God, I feel great. I'm just gonna say. I hope you feel great. It's good to cry when you have to, for the right reasons. And those individuals that cry in honesty know what all that really means between them and God. Yeah. Positivity is always better than negativity. Man. Thank you, God, for this life. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And yeah, I'm having a good time. Let's see. I'm probably gonna end it soon here because I am hungry. I'm starving. I gotta make some food. I should make myself a cheeseburger. A cheeseburger. I'll make my roommate one too. I love him. I love both my roommates. Shout out to those guys. I fucking love them. Amazing, man. There's so many good people in the world. God bless them all. Men and women. Every, you know, everything. So anyways. Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah, my friend and I are, my brother and I, Mark and I are gonna go to see Chris Rock. I love Chris Rock. I love Will Smith too. It sucks that happened. I don't care. Whatever. I don't condone it. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I just don't agree with any of that. But anyways. Oh god, Chris Rock is so badass. Every human being. I love humans. That's what I am. That's what we all are. Bunch of humans. Damn. Patriots. I'm sorry, the Patriots. I love the Patriots. Celtics are gonna play today. Ooh, yeah, good juju for the Celtics. Good juju for everybody, though, of course. And that's the thing, though. Happy Friday the 13th. God bless the children. God bless the families. God bless our departments and everything that makes everything glued together for a great society. So everything is bound together, so under God's glory, also. So it's all good stuff. Angels, and people, and good vibes, and positive. Well, our mothers taught us better how to act, so yeah. I love my mom. I love my dad. I love my sister. I love my nephew. I love my niece. They're all good. I love them all. It's like, anyways, thank you for sharing this. Thank you for liking. Thank you for everything. One more hit and I'm out of here. How about that? God bless. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do one tarot card reading. Tarot cards. We're going now. Tarot. Right. Do these tarot cards. I would say that strength shows an angel. Oh, with a lion. The number 8. I also see the number 8 as infinity, and over her head is a halo. Oh, the meaning of it all. It's a true story. This is all real. An angel in heaven is taking care of me. That's what that means for me. The universe corrects itself. What else do we have here? You know what that tells me for me? It's all my pain. Number 10. 10. E.T. New England. I don't know. But I do know. And I'm just saying that he has a sadness. And with sadness really comes hate and anger. I've lived it, it sucks. Love is always better. Lucky number 7. Take the evil. Now destroy evil. Manifest the pain. anybody ever does something like this to somebody, I think whoever does it to somebody should be killed. That's what that makes me think. Murder. Sent to hell. And this person should be redeemed and then like helped into heaven like status. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm sorry. It's just. Doesn't it go there? Last one. What the hell? Universe corrects itself. That's what it looks like. So let's go, bro. Let's go, bro. So, me being born on Halloween and knowing into the supernatural as I know it, knowing the existence of ghosts and everything that does come with it, because it's all fucking real. That's why I just share that with you. And thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you. And, love and compassion your way every day. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here. I know I said it was my last smoke one time, but wait, one more time. One more smoke. One more. Then I gotta eat because I am hungry. That cheeseburger, good. And that's the thing too, being hungry for something good is like a good and fun. Not a rush. Not no rush. Because I know it's gonna taste good. So I'm gonna make it. That's right. I know how to cook. I love to cook. Okay. This is my last hit of weed before we shut this down here. And thank you for being here. I love it. I'm just having such a great time. Sorry. I love you. Cheers. God bless. Have a great day. I love you. And keep your love. Keep your guard up. Never let your love go down. This sucks. I hate doing that. I do that sometimes. Like, you gotta be lovable. Gotta be good. Spread positivity. Thank you for joining the Archangel Morningstar podcast. I love you very much.